Hello students, this is Chris teacher. So I know I told you that you had no homework because this week we would say goodbye to Chris teacher with a snack and game party. But unfortunately the coronavirus is here and it's hard to have snacks with you when you're not here. So what we will do is do lesson number 3 together. So please get your books. I know you didn't do this for homework. Don't worry. We're going to do it together, and your homework will be the essay for Unit 3. So get your books and your writing notebooks out, and we are going to talk about this lesson together. Okay? So the topic for this lesson is college. What is college? That's right, it's the school you go to after you finish your high school. Do you know any synonyms for the word college? That's right, university. Another way we say it sometimes in America is higher education. Higher, as in the education higher than high school. Are you planning on going to college? Yeah, I think that most of you are. You're very smart, hardworking girls, and I think that you'll end up going to college. So this will be an important topic for you in just a couple of years. So let's scroll down here to the warm-up. Can you see this? I hope you can. If you can't, we are on page 17, and we're looking at the chart where you should write your warm-up. It says, think of jobs which require a college education. Then think of jobs which you can do without going to college. So, what are some jobs that require college educations? There's one right here. That's right, teacher. Also, any higher level job like doctor, lawyer, nurse, veterinarian, scientist, biologist, those types of jobs all require a college degree. Now, what type of jobs don't require a college degree? Janitor, right? That's the cleaning staff. If you don't know what a janitor is, I know you guys haven't done your vocabulary homework yet either, so that's okay. That'll be your homework for next time too. Janitors, some business people don't require college, like the clerks at different businesses. Who else? Who doesn't? Like a barista, or sometimes, actually, you know what, in Korea, you guys will have to tell me, because in Korea, I don't know which jobs require a college education. What do you want to be in the future? Please think about that and tell me. Describe how much education you will need to get this job. So, for example, if you want to be a doctor, not only do you need 4 years of college education, but you need another 2 or 4 years of medical school, depending on what type of doctor you want to be. So different jobs require different amounts of education. So please pause this video for 2 minutes and explain to me your job and how much education you need. Okay, are you back? So it says to interview with a classmate, but obviously your classmates aren't here. So tell me the answers to this, please. What do you want to be when you grow up? What is your dream job? I know some of you don't know your dream job yet, and that's okay. But just pause the video once again and tell me what your dream job is, or tell me you don't have one. Okay, are you back? Do you want to go to college? Why or why not? Now, notice that this question is not, do you have to go to college? It's, do you want to? This is your personal preference. We all know that Chris teacher loves studying, so if I had a choice, I would still go to college. But some people don't want to study more. They only go to college because they have to. So tell me what you think. Okay, are you back? Let's turn over to the next page. Now, usually I have you read this to me, but you can't do that right now. So try to read with me. See how your pronunciation sounds compared to mine, and see how your phrasing sounds compared to mine. Do you arrange your sentences the same way I do, Or do all of your words have the same spacing? Let's see. Should you go to college? That all depends on what you want to do in life. College is not for everyone, yet many people choose to go. It can prepare us for a great career, or it can be a burden. Above all else, going to college is an investment in your future. Paying now to get an education means you will be more qualified to get high-paying jobs later on. Many careers, like those of engineers and lawyers, require a lot of studying. There is also a lot of competition for those kinds of jobs. Having a college education can separate you from other applicants because it can prepare you more. You will also get a social education by meeting new people and making job contacts. College professors treat you like an adult and push you to be your best. But college is not necessary for everyone. It is very expensive. Many people cannot afford it. Taking out student loans can cause financial hardships for you for many years. Many people study for 4 years, and that is a big commitment. You could spend that time networking or traveling. Others go because of family pressure. It would be better to go to college when you know what you want to learn, not because you feel forced to go. College is a serious decision. You will have to think carefully about what you want to be in the future. Then you can decide if college is the best choice for you. So, let's look at this essay a little more closely. Should you go to college? So the first word that I want to point out here is burden. It's the last word of the first paragraph. What is a burden? That's right, it's something heavy. It's something that makes your life more difficult, or it makes something that makes doing something more difficult. This phrase, the first phrase of the second paragraph, above all else. What does that mean? Well, above means physically above, like this. And then all else. What is else? That's right, it means other or something different. So above all other things. So this means more than other things. Sometimes we say more, but this sounds a little bit more formal and professional. So we use this often in essays. Above all else, going to college is an investment. Investment. What is investment? Investment is when you pay a lot or do a lot in the beginning of something because you know you will have a benefit in the future. So, for example, you might invest money in a house. A house is big. It's a lot of money. But you know that in the future you will use that often and it will protect you and hold your family. So it's actually good to spend that money in the beginning. So you're investing time, money, and effort in college to benefit your future. What is qualified? Qualified. This means you have the qualities that are needed to do a certain job. What is later on? Later on. That's right. It's another way to say in the future. They're pretty interchangeable, and it makes you sound less repetitive if you have some different phrases to use for the same idea. So you could say this sentence, to get higher paying jobs in the future, or to get higher paying jobs later on. It's the same, but you don't have to repeat yourself. What is, separate? Applicants. What are applicants? Applicants are people who apply for something. People who apply for something. Let's scroll down. What is forced? That's right. Forced means when someone makes you do something that you don't want to do. So in this instant, this means that your parents or your family makes you go to college even if you don't want to. So that's the vocabulary from this. Let's move on to comprehension check. Okay, comprehension check. Why do people pay to get a college education? Why do people pay to get a college education? So let's go back to the writing and see if we can find the answer to this. Do you see it? Why do people pay to get a college education? Right, here it is. Paying now to get an education means you will be more qualified to get high-paying jobs later on. So people pay to get an education because they'll be more qualified for high-paying jobs. That means maybe they'll get paid more in the future. So to be more qualified is a potential answer, and to have a higher-paying job is a potential answer. And then if you think further than that, to make more money in the future is also an okay answer for number one. Now, number two. How many years do most people spend studying at college? We can find the answer to this question in paragraph 3. Do you see it? Yeah, here it is. 4 years. Usually a college education lasts for 4 years. So the answer to this question is here. Number 3. Why would a college education separate you from others when applying for a job or a program? This is in paragraph 2. Do you see the answer? It's right here. Because it can prepare you more. It can prepare you more. Do you think that's true? Does college really prepare you well for the jobs of the future? Number 4, excuse me. What is a problem with student loans? The answer to this question is in paragraph 3. Student loans can cause financial hardships for you for many years. So financial hardships. Did you get that one right? Let's check number 5. Number 5 is in paragraph 2. Do you see it? How can college professors help you? I see college professors. So it gives 2 reasons. College professors treat you like an adult and push you to be your best. They push you. Sometimes we use push to mean encourage or help or want you to do something. So they encourage you to try hard and to be the best that you student and person you can be, and also they treat you like an adult. Now, how do you think your college professor treating you like an adult is beneficial for you? Well, you've never had anyone treat you like an adult before. It can feel strange and scary to be given more independence, to be given more responsibility. So your college professors treating you like an adult gives you some practice for your future. Okay guys, so we finished with the comprehension check. Let's move on to the vocabulary. Now this part is very easy. You know how to do this really well. Number 1, I didn't want to go to practice, but my friends, forced me. Forced me to go. Number 2, he is not blank to be a judge. He didn't learn how to do it. Learn how to do it. Which one talks about learning to do something? qualified. Right. Number 3. How many people wanted the new job? So I had to interview many. Very good. Applicants. Signing a 5-year contract to play baseball is a big, good. Commitment. It's a big commitment. Please don't blank me with your problems. I have work to do. That's not a very nice sentence, but let's see. It's the last one. Burden. Remember, a burden is something that makes doing something else difficult. So this person says, my work would be more difficult if you tell me your problems. Right? Maybe it would put me in a bad mood. Maybe it's just distracting. I don't have time to listen to you. But listening to you is a burden because I have work to do. Right? All right. This vocabulary was easy for you, I think. But don't forget in your homework to write your sentences for your vocabulary. Think about it. Think about the advantages and disadvantages of going to college. Okay? One advantage is you can get better jobs. Please try to think of 2 more advantages that might help you after going to college. Come on, tell me. Talk to your computer. That's fine. I'm listening. I have, so you can get better jobs. You can socialize and make friends. Remember, we talked about before that socializing is actually an important skill. Also, you can network. Network means meet people who can help you with your job in the future. So when you're at college, you might meet other professors or professional people who might help you in the future. And if you know them, then they're more likely to help you. What are some disadvantages of going to college? The book says 4 years is a big commitment. Do you think that's a disadvantage? It might be. Can you think of 2 more disadvantages to going to college? Come on, tell me. All right. One disadvantage is that it's expensive. You might have to take out student loans. You might be paying those loans for years and years and years. How would your life be different if you didn't have to pay all that money to a college? Another disadvantage is that some students don't use that time wisely. So some students go to college, but they're too young and immature to appreciate the experience. So they play and have parties with their friends and they don't study hard. And so after college, they don't even get a good job because they don't know their materials well. So if you're not old enough and mature enough to use the experience of college well, then it can be wasted. So let's go to the next section. This is opinion practice. So if you haven't done this yet, you can pause the video and take a few minutes to read this and answer the questions, or we can do them together. Number 1, it is good to travel after high school. It is good to travel after high school. Which one is the reason why that might be true? That's right, it's A. It is good to travel after high school because it can be difficult to travel when you have a family and a full-time job. So this is saying that you have time right after high school, but in the future maybe you will not have time. Number 2, parents should make all of their children go to college. Parents should make all of their children go to college. Which one explains that idea? That's right, D. Because it will give their kids the skills they need to get a good job. Number 3, college is scary. That's right, B. because you will be away from your family and friends. The work will be difficult and there is a lot of pressure to do well. So because of that, college is scary. And then of course, finally, number 4, parents should not pressure their children into going to college. That's right, C, because children should want to go to college. They should not go because they feel like they have to. So these are the reasons to support your opinions. Now let's look at some refuting reasons that we can give to refute this opinion. Okay? Number 1, you should go to college and be a businessman. Well, none of you can be businessmen because you would be businesswomen. That's okay. You will make a lot of money. That's right. B, no, you should have a job which makes you happy. Go to college only if it helps you to be happy. Number 2, college is a waste of time. You should get a job after high school. Which one refutes that opinion? That's right, C. I disagree. College is an investment in your future. You can get a better job after college. Number 3, college is boring. All you do is study. That's right, A. That's not true. You can meet many fun people at college, play sports, play music, and learn about interesting things. And finally, number 4, college is too expensive. I cannot afford to go. D, that's not necessarily true. There are many scholarships and loans which can help you pay for college. All right. So in opinion example, you should read this, okay? Circle the topic sentence of both the supporting opinion and the refuting opinion. And then underline the sentences that are the supporting sentences in this paragraph. So pause the video, read this, circle and underline, and come back and we'll check it together. Are you back? Are you finished? Let's see if we got the same idea. The topic sentence of this paragraph is, as usual, the first sentence. So if you circled the first sentence, you are correct. The first supporting opinion is the second sentence. Being rich and successful is very important to me. So if you underlined that as your first supporting opinion, you're correct. And the second supporting opinion is all of the people with the best jobs, like doctors and lawyers, require college education. Okay? Jobs. Jobs is the second idea in this paragraph. So if you underline the 1, 2, 3, 4th sentence, then you're correct. Let's take a look at the refuting idea. Once again, please pause this video and circle and underline and come back and we'll check. Did you come back? Let's see if you got it correct. The topic sentence is the first sentence. As usual, remember whenever you write a paragraph, the first sentence should always be the topic sentence. That means whoever wrote these paragraphs did a good job. What's the first supporting sentence? The first supporting sentence is actually not the second sentence. The second sentence is an extension or an explanation of the topic paragraph. The first supporting sentence is, most successful people never went to college. This paragraph then goes on to explain an example, like Bill Gates, and many successful athletes and movie stars as further explanation. The second main idea is, I can learn while I work. And then here, the last 2 sentences explain that idea. So if you underlined these sentences, you did a good job. All right, turn over to the next page. Discussion questions. What I want you to do for discussion questions is, as usual, for each one, write at least 3 sentences to answer this question, okay? You can write your own personal opinion if you want, or if it's difficult or if you don't have an opinion about that topic, imagine what your parents would say, or what I or one of your other teachers would say about this. Please don't write, as some of you do sometimes, I don't know, or I don't have an opinion about this topic. It's okay for you to not have an opinion, or to not know, or to not care. But for the purposes of this exercise, I need you to write answers to all of these questions, at least 3 sentences. Okay? And then, as usual, please choose one of the following debate topics. Choose one side. Remember, we talked about don't explain both sides. Write a strong essay to support only one side of this opinion, and write it in your essay book. So, your homework for this chapter will be your vocabulary, the discussion questions, and your essay for one of these topics. Thank you, students. I'm very sorry that we didn't get to have our game and goodbye party for Chris Teacher. I will miss you very much, and it was an honor to be your teacher. Thanks for talking with me today, and stay safe during this coronavirus outbreak. Goodbye, students.